Welcome back to WagerTalk TV. It's the 2-minute drill rundown. On the clock, Ralph Michaels. I'm Marco D'Angelo. AFC West, the LA Chargers. They didn't say San Diego. LA Chargers, Phillip Rivers, the endless wonder. You know, I'm going to say it. You know, every year people say, you know, Phillip Rivers getting to the end of the career, you know.
They say the same thing about Breeze and Brady.
You do. But, you know, the one thing different with Phillip Rivers, he's got a big motivation. You see how many kids he's got? When those kids hit college, you know how many college, that's going to be a lot of money. He's got to keep slinging the football. And he had one of his best years last year.
He drives up from San Diego every day for practice.
Yeah.
So, yeah, he still lives in the same house, and he just has someone drive him up every morning and spends 2 hours on the highway each way just to get back there to keep his kids in the same school. So, hey, good dad.
What's he have? Half the population of the school?
Yeah. Well, Chargers are my pick to win the division. You know, last year they went 12-4. And you look at them, and in an earlier video, I talked about Kansas City. Kansas City went 12-4. KC was plus 20 yards per game. The LA Chargers were plus 39 yards per game against the third toughest schedule. This year they have the 16th toughest schedule. There's only two negatives I have for the Chargers. They play 4 straight games away from home mid-season, but there is a bye in there. They play at Oakland, and then they play Kansas City Monday night in Mexico. Then they play at Denver, and then they play Jacksonville with a bye in between. So that's going to be the toughest stretch away from home.
Where's the bye between the...
In the middle of the two. So they have 2 away, an away, a neutral, a bye, away, and away. So that's a tough schedule. That's one disadvantage. The second disadvantage is they only have 7 home games, and the neutral game is against the toughest team in the AFC, or second toughest, the KC Chiefs, where they're playing Monday night in Mexico. So the 2 Chiefs games, they're playing Monday night in Mexico and Week 17 at Kansas City, where it's going to be very cold. But with that being said, they only lost 2 defensive starters. They bring in Thomas Davis. I think he's going to be a stud. When you have Bosa and Ingram on the outside and you put a middle linebacker like Davis in there, I think it's a great boost. A rookie, I normally don't count on rookies, but Tillery as defensive tackle with those defensive ends on the outside, I think is going to be a huge boost. They're 10 games. They're a favorite in 10 games of 3 or more. They have 4 games between the 2.5s. They were the best team on the road last year, going 7-1 away from home. And while they might not have the home edge, and we laugh at their home edge playing in a 30,000-seat soccer arena, you know, I think another year in that situation certainly helps them have a little bit of a home edge. So I like the Chargers over 9.5 wins. I like the Chargers at 8-5 or 9-5 to win the AFC West.
Throw one other thing out there at you. They're going to get Hunter Henry back. That was a big weapon that Phillip Rivers didn't have. Now, of course, they lose, you know, all-world Antonio Gates has been here forever, but he was at the end of his career.
Yeah, I mean, he wasn't the same. I mean, losing Gronkowski is one thing, losing a tight end, because he was still so productive compared to Antonio Gates.
All right, give us some T&A, Ralph.
Simple. Chargers, 12-0 ATS on the road off back-to-back losses. So if you get him in that situation on the road off back-to-back losses, a perfect 12-0 against the spread.
And guys, don't forget, if you purchase a 5% play at WagerTalk, it comes with a guarantee. We put our money where our mouth is. Every 5% play comes with a 150% guarantee. That means you buy the play for $30. If it happens to lose, we're going to put $45 in wager bucks in your account to purchase that future service from that particular capper. It's just our way of giving you protection when we step out with a big play. We'll be back with more here at WagerTalk TV.